Hey guys, Omni here. We are back to finish off Masters of the Universe Revelation as part 2 has just dropped. We're going to be diving into this, but a quick little recap on my feelings of part 1. I had an absolute ball with it. I thought it was awesome. Now, I will, like I did with the previous one, preface this, was like, I was never like a huge He-Man fan. I watched the show. I've seen the live action stuff. Like, I was familiar with a lot of what was going on, but it was never one of those shows where I was like very invested in it when I was a child. And this did that for me. It definitely got me interested in this. And like, I loved what they did with the characters, the depth they added to it, the seriousness that they were taking a lot of this non-serious concepts with. So much so that I did go back and revisit some of the classic episodes, some of the old stuff, and even like threw myself down to the lore and just kind of tried to see like what all they were kind of pulling from, because it wasn't just the old show. Like, they were pulling references from everything, so it's really kind of crafted its own lore that's paying homage to so many different things in the past of this franchise. And I really like what they've done with it. And even so, despite the hokiness that was the original cartoon that a lot of people grew up on, a lot of the seeds for what is happening in here was in that show, whether you want to see it or not. But I've enjoyed what they've done with it so far. I really have. I've been excited to see where they came, where they're going to go with it, especially considering where we left off in part 1. And the trailer, we reacted to the trailer for this part, and it looks insane. So I'm really excited to check it out. Some of the stuff they put in the trailer would be almost awesome. It would have been probably awesome to see those for the first time in the show itself. But I kind of get why they put their best foot forward with all the hubbub that surrounded the first part. That all said, let's go ahead and get ready to dive into this episode. And if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or become a member on the channel, gets you access as well. You know, you just get your own footage, sync it up with the time code, and you can see the entire reaction, because I do have to trim things down to 10 minutes in order for it to be viewable on YouTube. Just one of the ways you can help support us over here and do what we do, and hopefully like expand our operations, kind of get into other things, expand our scope, the sort of things we cover. And of course, I know not everybody can do that, but a simple way you can support the channel is by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because the engagement really helps us in the long run. If this is your first time tuning in, I hope you enjoy this. We got other things coming down the pipeline, so I hope you subscribe and stick around. You know, things like The Witcher Season 2, Book of Boba Fett, Hawkeye, and Cobra Kai Season 4. But that all down and out of the way, guys. Let's go ahead and dive into Episode 1 of Part 2, Cleaved in Twain. Here we go.
Castle Grayskull, ancient fortress of mystery.
That's another thing. The music in this has been really freaking good too. The sorceress? Or Tila? Ah, okay, gotcha. That's Tila.
There, little Tila.
Oh, look at baby Duncan. Wow, look how much she looks like Tila. Sorceress looking good.
This is a lesson. One that will manifest when she needs it most.
I'll never leave our baby's side.
I know you won't.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Back to present day. Oh, yeah.
Attend the tale of sorceress, seen here in her darkest hour. All hope lost, the champion dead, she begged them, find the sword. Alliances struck, a fellowship formed that stormed hell, breached heaven.
Oh, he's reciting what happened in part 1.
It tastes like copper.
What tastes like copper, my lord?
Time, I think. Or perhaps it's just...
Oh, she looks so badass.
Or after all these years of appetition, maybe I'm just savoring the taste of transcendent triumph. I saw Eons pass in the darkling corners of space. The air filled with anguish and
This monologue, man.
You would have loved it, Lily.
Does it say monologue?
Ah, sweet sorceress, you've awakened. Or more like, awakened.
Still got those puns, my guy.
But there is only power. Beautiful, chaotic, naked power. And every so often, for the most unfathomable reasons, that power fixes itself to one being.
Cringer?
And now, I have the power. Skeletor finally kills He-Man!
I'm not He-Man.
What did you say?
Prince Adam.
I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and Defender. And Defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. And this is my fearless friend, Cringer.
Dude! Oh, the glint and in the shadows, man, before the pounce.
Run, Tila! I'll hold him.
Dad, you can't.
Go!
I love his theme, dude. But yeah, this isn't gonna be enough.
Going somewhere?
Oh, you could just like manipulate shit like that? Oh, that's great. Come on, Lynn, you had some growth.
There's nowhere left.
But then again, I wouldn't fucking throw my hand out there right now while he's got the sword. She's using the last bit of what she's got.
You forget what you truly are.
And what is that?
You're nothing but bones.
I don't know. He's got some fucking muscle on him right now. That's just bones. What the fuck am I? Ooh. So close. Fucking throwing a little hissy fit. Still Skeletor.
You've been the sorceress for so long. Time for some new blood.
Yeah, I felt like that was coming.
You gotta help him.
Prince Adam! We have to stop the bleeding.
That's all the way through him.
Sora, help me. I love you, little bird.
Grief. So you are the new sorceress of Grayskull.
Yeah, there's that conflict.
Before I was atomized by the orb, I quickly cast my soul inside your wand staff. There, I fed off you like a dick.
Fed off you like a dick.
And when I was strong enough, I whispered to you the whims and wishes that have brought you here.
You used me.
Of course I used you. I paid you back by enhancing you with some of my power. You are bound forevermore to the halls of Grayskull,
Man.
unable to ever leave this
Yeah, he doomed her to be trapped in this castle, man. Another thing against her will.
Your king and queen are gone not 10 minutes, and you treacherous thieves try to loot the palace.
The fuck?
I'll let you hit him with your fist if you let me hit you with mine.
Clampchap, Fisto, are you too blind?
I love seeing Cringer like fucking throw some shade. He's like, the fuck are you two stupid? What the shit are you doing?
Is it true? Skeletor has returned?
Ask him yourself.
Simba.
He's back all right. I'd sure like to fist him.
I'm glad they could slip that in there. And it works in that context, man. It really does. Ooh. That's not creepy at all. Mwahahaha. Like the way he enunciated that mwahaha so hard. Oh, is he fine? Does it need to? Okay, he got cut. You need to be engulfed to turn, or is this gonna be like a delayed thing because they didn't get swept up in it? Delayed it is. I mean, it's kind of rad. Cringer Man is not fucking around anymore.
Radius, it's me! Snap out of it!
God, man. These things aren't...
If you want to beat me, it'll take more than just a fist!
anything to kind of brush off. I wonder if that's because they were like heroes of Eternia or something like that, that they're like this big of a threat when they transformed, or if, like, everybody out there, even the civilians, would be just as much of a threat transformed.
I'm sorry.
That was a nice fucking combo, though. Ooh.
I'm sorry, old friends.
So if I know anything about the afterlife, both Fisto and Clampchamp are already in Preternia.
Oh, fuck.
They would be. I hold their souls right here in the palm of my hand.
What the fuck?
The power with which I find myself imbued.
Does that mean like He-Man could have done shit like that at any time had he wanted to?
Death, but the afterlife as well. And you, Adam, you abuse this power. You hid it away.
Yeah, I guess so.
When you could have used that power to rip the soul from my body. So while they were bound for glory and eternal reward in Preternia, I just damned them both to Subternia instead. to attack me?
All right. We saw this in the trailer, so we know what's coming here.
Take your best shot. What are we laughing at?
See, the sword is just the conduit. But the spark? That was always me. And I've often wondered if I didn't have the sword, but still said the words. By the power.
You know, he said he often wondered, what if, you know, because he didn't know, what if this just, A, did nothing and Skeletor just like, was like, huh, anticlimactic, stab. Or B, they came down and just atomized him. Atomized him. All right, here we go. Hulk time. Except I think we're about to end the episode. Yeah. Saving that for the next episode. You know, Kevin Smith did say episode 7 was a pretty nuts episode to kind of look out for. I like this episode, man. I really did. Kind of left us pretty exactly where we left off. We got confirmation on this iteration's connection between Tila, Duncan, and the Sorceress. In a lot of things, it's always kind of been played around or bounced around that like Duncan is he not the father? Is he just the foster father who's taking care of the Sorceress's daughter? It's always kind of vague about that. But one thing that I think has been a little unclear about this to a lot of people is that this is not a direct sequel. And this was a misunderstanding by, I think, the way it was marketed to specifically the original 80s show. It's a spiritual sequel of that, but it's also pulling from all of the lore, like old comics, old card descriptions from the toys themselves, concept art and stuff like that never actually made it to print. And they're just kind of pulling from all over the place, and that's how we get Savage He-Man into here, man. So I'm excited to see what direction they go with that, how that plays into it. Transformation was badass though. Like I said, I kind of wish that, you know, some of the things in the trailer would have been left for this, but I get it. There was a lot of like mixed feelings in the sphere, the ethos, the ether, during part 1 because of all the uproar that people were upset about. So I'm sure they try to put their best foot forward to get people hyped up and excited for part 2. I love part 1, and I love the tone of this. Evil-lyn still seems to be kind of conflicted about her station. She played the hand she had at the last bit, and I think it was because Skeletor reappeared and had the upper hand that she just kind of like saw and felt out the way the winds were blowing and was just trying to survive, as she tends to do. But I think given some more of this context, I think that's going to pay off in the long run, given what they decided to do with her character. Cringer, though, MVP. Character growth. Yes. Cringer, man. One of my favorite characters. Tila finally being able to wield the Sorceress's magic. We'll see where that goes. I'm sure it'll just grow throughout the rest of this, because of this. One thing that tells me anything about this show is like it's really about finally embracing some of the things the show never really got to touch upon or conclude or bring resolution to, and that's her destiny, her being the next sorceress, her being the successor to the sorceress. So we'll see where that goes. I'm excited to see what they do with her and see what Adam brings to the table here now that he's kind of dominating this scene at the moment. What else? Sorceress sacrificed herself to get them out of there. Skeletor ran her through. They're keeping Duncan prisoner. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, it's like so all the power that Adam has, like Skeletor, because I was wondering is the sword enhancing his pre-existing abilities because he was a sorcerer prior to having the sword of power. So I wasn't sure if that was enhancing his abilities altogether, but the way he's saying it, like even the wielders of the sword, the heroes, like He-Man, like had he used the powers selfishly, or he could disrupt the natural order, he could choose where people are where people spend their afterlife. He could suck the souls out of people if he wanted. I think that might be a little bit of an exaggeration because they were dead and then he got the souls, because otherwise I don't see why I think a lot of that verbiage is just hyperbole, because otherwise I was like, if he could just suck the souls out of people at will, he could just do that right now and he'd win. I think he's just kind of like hyping himself up because that's just kind of what Skeletor does. But guys, phenomenal episode. I'm really excited to see where we go in this back half. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to dive into episode 2. So I want to hear what you thought on episode 1. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. Links to that and all my socials down below as well. If you want to see the full-length reactions on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel. And before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Bandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Jeffrey Hale, and various abominations. Thank you guys so much for your support. Well, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.